So if any girl is coming into a home and the girl is a good person, she cannot be rejected.
All right, welcome again for another episode. This one is Obonge episode. This is a very interesting topic. I want you to open your ear, clean your ear very well. If you be Gen Z, anything where you be, this topic, you need them. If you don't need them today, you go need them tomorrow. Because this topic we want to discuss now, it don't cause problem for family. After we finish dissecting this topic, at least you know where you belong. So I am here with Dr.
Ugochuma Perez Ibeakama
and
Evangelist Mrs. Maureen Bakama.
Okay. The topic we are discussing today is family acceptance in marriage. Yaram, I don't say it sound familiar to you. Let me give you a scenario. In a situation where a young man will travel abroad, come back to Nigeria, at the end of the day, he carry woman come house, say, Mama and Papa, see this girl, now the girl I want to marry. The mother go look the father. The father go look the mother. At the end of the day, what would they say? We don't like her. How? In this kind of situation, if you are the mother, what will you do?
You will not say I don't like the girl anyway. But to start with, my name is Evangelist Mrs. Maureen Bakama. The question we ask, first of all, you can't just come out and say you don't like the girl. Maybe by just seeing her for the first time. It doesn't happen only to men, only to women. It also happened to men. Because I can remember that during my own time, there were these people that were coming for my hand in marriage. But my mother was kind of pushing me to marry one particular person like that. You know, she never liked others. But I myself, among all of them, I never liked one. And I was telling my mother that I don't want to get myself engaged with these people. Just allow me. When I see someone I like, someone I appreciate with my whole heart, I can go on with that person. But it seems that my mother did not understand it that way. It's only my father that really understood what I was saying. My father now called me and said, Ada, do not listen to what your mother is saying. No. All I am here for is, once you bring someone that you like and you want to live your entire whole life with, I will accept that person. And that is how it went on. Even there was a time my mother was even scolding me, this, that, I should get married. But it's not ever like that, you know. So coming to a woman, for a mother telling the son, this person, I don't like her. What has she done? What is it that she sees on her that made her to say, I don't want this person? And before you know it, escalates to the whole family. And even talking to the siblings. And everybody was, my dear, this is the time of old. We are no longer in the 80s or 70s. So this is the time when you are like, once the person is above 18, like the Oyibos, once you are 18, they will just allow you to go and live your life the way you want it. It is left for you. But all we have to do is to advise our children. Before you get into a marriage with a woman, you must have to scrutinize that person very well by dating for some time. I know whether this is the kind of person you want to live your entire life with. And that is all. Any other thing is you are forcing the boy to do what in fact is not. I don't even accept that. It's a free world anyway. Our people, time has come for us to understand the life of our children. And it depends on how you train your children, because I believe marriage of a thing is not something one has to advise one. Go for this person, no. Go for this person, no. What do you actually want? That man or that son has to know what he wants in that girl or from that girl. Is it something that he can, because nobody is perfect anyway. So if you find out that at least the girl has 60%, or let me just say 50% of what you want in marriage, you can go on. You are not to decide for her or for him whom to marry, whom to live your entire life with. No. In doing that, you are causing problem, because tomorrow you might push that boy to go and marry somebody that he does not even like. And along the line, that marriage might not last. at a stage they will start having problem, and before you know it, the marriage is dissolved, and that is not the best for our children. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate this wonderful teaching. I believe our viewers, some people are in a state of confusion. Well, with this your explanation now, I believe they will choose a stand. I'll come back to you, man. So, sir, on your own, from your own view, what do you agree with her?
Well, originally, I've already told you who I am. In matters of opinion, I am an objectivist. I don't believe in relativity. If things are not scientifically proven, empirically, I don't get involved. From the question you just asked me now, you mentioned family, right? Family acceptance.
Family acceptance.
Let me come from this angle. Are you also aware that everything has to do with family? Like whether you're a member of a church, that church is your family, right? Maybe it could be a member of one fraternity or the other. You know, Great Message, Kanka, these things are families. And if they are families, they have purpose, objectives, and vision statement. Am I aware? So now, also a home is a family. So every family has its values. You understand what I'm saying? So if somebody is being introduced, it's about being introduced into a new family. And the head of those families have the right to watch out if the new person trying to come into our family could possibly live within the rules of our family. You know what I'm saying? Just like an Igbo man, for example. Igbo man has his traditions, traditional norms. Then you are bringing in a Yoruba who also want to, exercise his or her traditional norms. There will be a conflict in traditional norms. So the head of the family could possibly say out of that, my son, it's not going to work out. I don't like this person. What if the head of the family is saying it's not about the person? You understand what I'm saying? It's about the values. Conflict in values, conflict in conscience. But if it is about a marriage and the girl could possibly is educated and enlightened, that's where enlightenment comes in. The girl should understand that there are barriers in traditional norms. I'm from Omaya. Like, she's my wife. Let me just make that exposition. She liked dressing on trousers. We met abroad. So when I wanted to bring her home to my home, I told you one thing. I said, Maureen, please do me a favor. Don't dress on trousers for these 14 days that we're going to spend in the home. Because if you dress on trousers and they interpret that as a wide woman, you know what I'm saying? And it's not suitable to our family standards, they will reject the marriage. I have nothing to do about that. I told you that. You know what I'm saying? So accepting a person in a family has to do with, there must be maybe a crisis somewhere, prejudice. Maybe she might not be fitting into what we want in a family. The intention might be genuine, but the reaction might be wrong. So if any girl is coming into a home and the girl is a good person, she cannot be rejected. If any person is coming into any home, whether it's Chinese home or whether it's Yoruba home, and the person is a good person, that person cannot be rejected, because every human being wants goodness for himself. So the question now is going to be, what are those behavioral traits, attitudes that determines a good person? So that's the little I can say for now. Because of our progress in conversation, I will say more.
Why do you think family approval is so important in marriage?
Now, this is as simple. That's why I believe in holistic knowledge. Before you having access to this conversation, the space, the table, there was an approval, right?
Yes.
In whatever we do in life, there are sequences to it. The first foundation of every blossom union starts with approval. Even in your contract, you need approval if you can be able to execute your contract. Is it not true? In whatever we do, so approval is very necessary. You know what I'm saying? So every person, even you're going for an employment interview, what you are expecting is an approval. So that approval is most authentic and most genuine. So it's very necessary. So if a young girl is trying to enter into a marriage, or a young man is trying to enter into a marriage, both ways, vis-a-vis, there must be approval. And it has to do with discipline of the both people involved. You have to convince those who are observing you. So a man who's any person who's observing you has a standard of his observation or her observation. So if you think you are smart, you play into their gallery. Even if you want to be dangerous at the end of the day, you have to play into the observer's gallery for the approval, because without approval, there is no union.
What are some typical reasons family gives when they disapprove of any marriage?
First of all, like my own place, there are some things that we observe first before one will venture into marriage. You have to know the family background. That is number one. Just like he said, that there must be acceptance. I never said there must not be acceptance from the both families. Why? But what, like from your question, you say, why is it that, the woman, the mother will just sit there, a lady the son wants to marry, and he just bluntly say, I don't want this girl for no reason. There must be reasons, right? So, but in our place, there are some certain things you have to watch. You have to know the family background, whether the family has good name. That is the most important thing. And if the family has good name, eventually it is going to be transferred to the offsprings. And this is how we see marriage. Someone can from Anambra go to Abia to marry somebody, and after investigation, because we used to investigate, these are the most important thing that matters, starting from the background of the person. In fact, then you now watch the character of the girl. Like he said, she must have a good character. If she doesn't have a good character, that is where the problem lies. So that is it.
You see, do you know why I'm amused? No matter how we tend to avoid the truth, in between conversations, we still arrive at the truth.